Hey everyone. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most fundamental relationships in the human body, which is the relationship between structure and function. The way something's put together determines how it works. This lawnmower can cut the grass because it has a blade that spins. If a vehicle doesn't have a blade, it's not going to be able to cut the grass. Just the same way, if we break our arm, it doesn't work the way it should. I can usually lift this ball when I flex my elbow, but if I break my arm, I'm going to have trouble doing that. If I have a heart attack because a blood vessel is clogged, my heart isn't going to work the way it should. Now, we can flip that relationship around and say anytime something in the human body doesn't work the way it should, we can find a structural change. It might be at the molecular level, it might be cellular, but there's going to be something that's different. When we talk about the human body, we can't separate the concepts of structure and function. When I say the word structure, I'm talking about the physical arrangement of something in space. Anatomy is the study of structure. If I want to look at the anatomy of the human heart, I see 4 chambers surrounded by muscle tissue. Function is talking about what something does. Physiology is the study of function. The function of the human heart is to pump blood, and that happens because the chambers fill with blood, the muscle contracts, and pushes the blood through the circulation. So physiology is a process that happens over time. There's no time dimension to structure, so I can study anatomy using still images. Physiologic measurements are taken over time, and if I want to study physiology, I need to use a video. When we talk about structure and function in the human body, we have to think about cause and effect. I say function follows form, not form follows function. A giraffe doesn't stretch its neck so it can eat leaves high on a tree, but a giraffe can eat high leaves because it has a long neck. Function follows form talks about what comes first, but how our bodies behave can influence how they put themselves together. When a bodybuilder lifts heavy weights, their muscles get bigger and they get stronger. Lifting heavy weights sends a signal to our bodies that we need to get stronger, and they do that by building more muscle. But we get stronger after the muscle is built, not before. Function still follows form, but our behavior influences how our body puts itself together. Humans have about 20,000 genes, and those genes allow us to build a certain set of structures, and that means we can perform a certain set of functions. We have the genes to build skeletal muscles, and those muscles can move our bones, so I can walk to the fridge to get something to eat. Plants don't have those genes, and that blade of grass can't run away when it sees a lawnmower coming. On the other hand, the grass can make its own food in the sunlight because it can make the structures that perform photosynthesis, and I don't have those structures, so I can't eat unless I can move. Quick summary of the video. Structure talks about how something's put together in space. Function is talking about what something does over time. In the human body, structure and function can't be separated. Structure determines function, but how we behave can influence how our bodies put things together. In the human body, function follows form. Humans can perform a certain set of functions because we can build a certain set of structures, and that's determined by our genes. If a structure isn't put together the way it should be, it won't function the way it should. And conversely, anytime something isn't working the way it should, we can find some structural change. That might be at the molecular or cellular level or the level of the organ. In the next video, I'll be talking about the levels of organization in the human body, and we can look at a couple of examples.